Hello children, thank you for joining me on this Chapter 8 test. Make sure you write your name on your paper. If you don't have a calculator, you should have brought one with you. Good luck. Okay, for number 1 and number 2, it says decide whether the polygon is convex or concave. It's very important for you to remember the difference between those two terms. Hopefully you do. That's the whole point of the review. But remember, cave is something you would walk into, right? After you determine if it's convex or concave, you also need to determine if it's regular. Remember, if it's regular, it's going to have equal sides and equal angles. So write that in a blank. Okay, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'll talk about this pentagon here on the right. Number 3 simply wants you to figure out the sum of the measures of the interior angles. So all the angles on the inside add up to what? Now the one thing you want to remember is that you're going to need to use n minus 2 so you go n minus 2 times 180. That'll tell you how many degrees it is on the inside. On number 4, we simply want you to find then how many degrees is angle D, which is really any of the angles since they're all the same. So 5-sided figure, 5 angles, do a little division to figure out what one of these are. Number 5, you need to figure out if you were to add up the outside angles. Okay, that would be these angles here. If you added all these up, A, B, C, D, and E, how many degrees would it be? And on number 6, you need to find how many degrees angle 1 is. One thing you want to do is think about if you figured out how many degrees this angle is, call him X. They do make a straight line here, I believe. Straight line's how many degrees. Subtract your X away from that, that'll give you your angle 1. On number 7 and 8, you just need to find the area of the rectangle or the square. Make sure you label your answer correctly. So if it's in inches, if it's area, I would say inches squared. Okay? That's all you got to do for 7 and 8. Okay, 9, 10, and 11, we're talking about the odd-shaped stack of blocks over here on the right-hand side. Number 9, they want you to find the height of A. So here's A right here, okay. And they give you the total height of the whole thing here. You see the whole thing's 12, right? And take a look at what that guy there is, okay? So you should be able to use those two numbers to figure out the height of A. Number 10, you need to find the length of B. So that's this portion right here. You need to figure out how long he would be. Again, you're going to want to use 15 because that's the whole thing. And then look at some of the other measurements that they give you. And then number 11, figure out the area of the whole thing. So find the area of A and B and C and then add all three of those answers together. Okay, 12 and 13, we're talking about triangles. So area equals 1/2 base times the height. In number 12, they tell you that the whole base is going to be 6 and that the height is 3. So you need to then find the area for number 12. And then we move along to 13. And in 13, they tell you that the height, they want you to find the height, which would be right here. And they tell you that the area is 54 meters. And the base of the whole thing is 18. So now plug everything in, solve for H. Okay, 14 and 15. Number 14, they want you to find the scale factor of these two triangles to the side. Remember, if you want to find the scale factor, just take and look at corresponding parts and reduce that fraction. And then number 15, they want you to find the ratio. So if you find the scale factor, you've probably found the ratio. Okay, 16 and 17. These are kind of similar to the questions about the triangles as far as the area. 16 wants you to find the area of this parallelogram if the height is 10 and the AD down here, this base, is 19 feet. You need to find the area. I would use area equals base times height, but that's just me. Okay, once you're done with that, now on number 17, they want you to find the height. Okay, so again, area, oops, need the pen here. Area equals base times the height. Okay, they give you the area, which is 144. And the base, let's say it was AD again, is 18. So then you just got to figure out what H is. Okay, 18 and 19. Do you remember this formula? Area equals 1/2, and then it's times D1 times D2. Okay. So number 18, they give you 4 and 4 for this one, and 3 and 3 for that one. So plug those in and you'll find your area. On number 19, they actually already tell you what the total is for the whole diagonal. So instead of number 18, where you had to take 4 and 4 and make 8, here they already add them together to give you 12 and 18. You can plug those into the formula there. Make sure you label your answer properly on all of these problems. If they're asking for area, it's the unit squared. If it's just the distance, it's just the unit. Okay, number 20 and 21, you got to find the area of a trapezoid. Remember to find the area of the trapezoids. You got to remember your formula. Okay, and your formula here, area equals 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. Alright, so number 20, there's your height, there's your base 1 and base 2, plug them in. Same way with 21, it's all listed out right there for you. Make sure you label correctly. Okay, last 3 questions are talking about the circle. Number 22 wants you to find the circumference. And remember, if you want to find circumference, that equals 2 times pi times your radius. Now, in the picture here, they give you the diameter as being 14. Make sure you figure out what the radius is. Then on number 23, they want you to find the area, which You're going to go area equals pi r squared. And lastly, on number 24, they want to know what the area of this shaded part here is. Okay, so remember, we need to make a proportion. So I'm going to set up my two fraction bars there. And recall, if you're going to go with a piece over the whole thing, okay, that's how you want to set up your proportion. I would start with your shaded part up top over the area of the whole thing, and which I would call him X. The shaded part we don't know. The area of the whole thing was your answer, number 23. That's going to go down here in the bottom. Over here, you're going to probably put 90 degrees over how many degrees are in a circle. From there, you need to cross multiply and solve for X. X will be your area of the shaded region. Make sure it's labeled properly. If you have questions, make sure you ask. Make sure you look back over everything carefully. Thanks for watching.